All right, folks, welcome back. We are doing another installment of the tutorial series. So we're going to do Laruba Mansion now. It's a fun mansion. It's a fairly safe mansion if you know the layout and you're careful. There's only just a little tiny bit of RNG in it. Other than that, it's up to you. So at this point in the run, we have one life in reserve because we took the game over in our previous tutorial, if I recall correctly. And then so we have one life in reserve plus these 4 pips of health. Now, technically, you can run this, and this would be all you have left on this life. We're going to try to get through with just this life, and I'll show you kind of how to do that, because whether you have a life in reserve or not is dependent upon the decisions that you made between Ondel and here. We talked about that in the previous installments, so if you're curious about any of that, please go back and check out those previous installments. But for this, for the purpose of this particular video, we're going to assume this is our last life, even though I do have 1 extra in reserve. So here we go. You don't have to kill those guys. Depends on what you got. I got 46 hearts right now. We should have plenty of hearts to do the... you're going to need 50 hearts for an oak stake in this mansion, and you're going to want to have 12 hearts for a kill that you're going to need to do. Carmella kill, which you'll see. There's a couple ways to do that. But in any case, we are rocking and rolling here. We're going to go with the rib, I think, and golden knife. Sure, why not? The idea here is that you don't want to die. So I'm going to show you safe ways through here. And if you got tons of hearts, you don't have to farm for hearts, but you definitely want to take as little damage as you possibly can. We're probably going to take damage here. Yeah. So that takes 1 of our health away. And just be safe if you need to. If this is our last life, you just be safe through here. There's faster strategies as well. But I'm going to show you guys the sort of the middle of the road strategies here. So I don't really need to kill a lot of these skeletons, so I'm jumping over a bunch of them. And I'll go through all this with you here in a minute. I'll show you how this works, but just keep in mind as we go through this, I'm just going to run through this and then show you what you need to do. Now we have laurels. And watch this, what I do here. This is kind of cool. It's a little glitch. And then we can do this. See that? That's how you get over that without getting spiked. And I'm going to talk about all that here in just a second. We go past Carmilla. We do not kill her here. We kill her on the way out because we can control her. And we do not have to worry about her RNG. So we will shoot the old steakaroo. We'll grab the Dracula's ring that we just got, and then we're going to switch right back to golden knife, okay? So right now we have 66 hearts, which is way more than we need. Here's what we do. I'm going to actually do a save state here. Here's the pattern for killing Carmilla, and then we'll go back and do this whole mansion again. That's it. That's how you kill her, right? So it's one of those quick jump whips. It's that roll that we talk about. It's just a quick roll. So if you do a separate jump and then whip, you're never going to get that. You should be extending your whip should be fully extended at the top of your jump. If your whip is fully extended on the way down, you did not do it right. That's it. So up whip. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a jump whip like that and then toss the golden knife like this. See that? So we got to freeze her in time, so you got to get used to her cadence. That's it. Dead. So you got to practice that jump whip on the way up. It's just one movement. If your whip is not fully extended at the very top, or even extended before the top, then you're not doing it right. So we will As soon as that thing extends at the very top of your jump, you want to have full extension and then throw that golden knife like this. Done. See? Now, if you don't do it right, you're going to miss her. And if that happens, it can be bad. It can be like that, whatever. Then now she's raining teardrops, so you have to wait your turn. And of course, you can just go back and do it like this. But if sometimes she'll get up there and she'll start raining teardrops for 30 cycles, it's ridiculous. So once again, make sure you're on golden knife after you get the ring, and it's going to be a quick up and whip, and then a blade toss. But it's got to be done right at the apex of your jump. So I missed the whip there. We can still, I think, do it. Nope, missed it. That's okay. So because we missed that first whip, that's what caused that to be off of its cycle. All right, so that's Carmela. Anyway, we don't really need to discuss her again, but we're going to go through this whole mansion again here in a minute. And I'll show you each of these tricks. Now, if you got plenty of hearts here, don't feel bad about doing stuff like that and that. You know what I mean? If you got plenty of hearts, use your golden knife. It can be your best friend. If you don't have a lot of hearts, this is a good place to pick up hearts. This whole climb here, you can pick up hearts. I wouldn't mess with that guy too much. He's a pain in the ass, but all these other ones you can get. Now, I wouldn't really recommend it. I would recommend not. I would recommend a different way of getting up those. If you have enough hearts, I wouldn't waste time. But it is what it is. Okay, so now we have the extra oak stake. I'm going to show you how the way out of here, and then we're going to go through all of this piece by piece. So here's how you get out. Watch this. We have that whole thing right there was a setup for this floor drop, which I just screwed up. Okay, still got the golden knife here, so we jump off of there and then jump over this guy. Hit him once. Depending on what the knight does here, that knight is your RNG element. Everything else is pretty much whatever. So here's the deal. We are now going to do that whole thing over again. Okay? And pretend like we never did it. First thing you want to do is jump over these guys. No need to kill them unless you absolutely have to have hearts. Now, this guy right here is going to be RNG. This one is not. You know what this guy's going to do? He's got the same pattern he always does. Kill what you can. Try not to take any damage if you can avoid it. And we took a death right there. No big deal. We'll just pretend like that didn't happen. Okay. Okay, so here we are. This is reasonable. If you need to kill stuff, just stand, whip, and kill stuff. So right now we have 38 hearts. We're going to need more than that. So we're going to probably have to kill some stuff here. If you need to kill stuff, kill stuff. It's okay. Now we have 52 hearts, so I feel pretty good. We don't really need to kill anything that we don't need to kill. So we'll avoid the enemies that we can, but we won't turn them down if they're in front of us. So this section here, I'll have to teach you as well. I screwed that up. So let me go through this section here real quick first. This is an important section to know. Why we do things the way we do things here. Okay, so we're coming up here. This is where we're at. And we come to this part right here, right? So this guy here, this guy right here is he's one of those guys. We want to jump down, and then we're going to jump over here, jump and bonk our head, jump and bonk our head. And then we should be able to floor drop right there, which we screwed up, so. I might have a messed up subpixel now because I'm redoing this room instead of doing it from the top. Yeah, I think I do have a screwed up subpixel now. Well, I can fix that right here. I can just fix this whole thing. Do this whole section from scratch right here. So we'll jump up here, kill that guy, whatever. We'll jump over this dude. And I like to kill this guy, and then we'll jump down onto this platform, and then we jump down here. Now we bonk our head once. Wait for that to clear. You don't bonk our head here, and now we should be able to just straight floor drop down. The 2 bonks there is what gets it. So I want to go over this one more time, because this is a pretty cool section. You can actually save a little time there. I'm going to do this all over again. I'm just going to go ahead and go all the way down. I want to make sure we do it right. Okay, here we are. Coming up this section, we're going to jump because we have plenty of hearts. We're going to jump because we have plenty of hearts. Kill that guy. Jump, don't need the heart. We'll jump whip that guy once, jump and kill him on the way down. And then I'm going to jump down here, bonk my head once, bonk my head again here, and then we should be set up for the floor drop, just like that. Okay? Grab these laurels. So here we walk down and we follow this thing, and it actually will like carry us and pop us on top like this, see? And then you can actually do a dash jump like that, and that's the fastest way to do that section. But if you don't know how to dash jump, or if you haven't practiced it or don't feel comfortable, what I like to do is, you see the mortar line right in front of Simon. If you look at his shield and move over to the right just a little bit, there's that mortar line right in front of his shield. That's where I like to jump onto the next platform. It's actually like the second mortar line here. I'll show you how that looks. So you see that right there? I'll show you what I mean. So this will come in. I like to jump right here and then jump one more time fast. And then you can avoid that if you don't get it on the way back. But here's what that would look like. There you go. So just that second block right here. Now, if you want to try the dash jump, it works pretty much on the same spot. I missed the dash jump, but if you missed the dash jump and you set it up just right, you can still do the normal jump. Dash jumping is cool, and it is fast, and it makes everything fun. But see, we're not getting hit by those spikes there because we're outsmarting them. It's just important to get that timing down. Where you want to jump is the most important thing. And find out something that works for you. Make a save state here and find something that works for you. Doing a dash jump right there is a lot of fun. If you want to know more about dash jumps, you can watch my glitches video. It's in the same playlist as the tutorial. But essentially, you hold forward, and then you stop holding forward and jump 1 frame later. So as soon as you let go of the forward button, you have 1 frame to click the jump button, and it will allow you to do that dash jump. Like that. See if we can get it going this way. So like hold it and then let go. Nope. All right, so let's try that one more time. I'll try to get the dash jump here. Nope, didn't get it. That's okay. If you don't get it and you have it set up, you can just do the double jump. It's an important section to practice right there, because if you're on your last life and you have very little health left, this section here can murder you. It can end your run right here. I've lost a lot of runs right here. Okay, so practice this section. It's important. Right there's the first jump. Right there's the second jump. And you should be able to avoid that spike. I think I jumped just a hair too soon. There. Yeah, we're good there. Or if you can dash jump, do that. I prefer to do the dash jump if I can, but I don't always get it. Like right there, and if you try the dash jump and miss it badly, that's what can happen there. But I tried it there and didn't get it, but I had it set up to where it wouldn't matter. So, but this section is important. Do not look past this section. After the laurels, getting this section here dialed in is important. Okay, next. So when we're coming to the Carmilla screen, we want to jump. I'll show you where to jump. You want to jump right here as you're walking. Like right here with your feet straddling that. And the reason is because that allows you to just sort of slide down in there as opposed to walking, which loses time. If you jump with your foot straddling right here, you will jump directly into that gap without rubbing or anything. It's just nice and clean. Skip Carmilla. You can slap her in the face if you want to. Then go up here and get the orb. And then clunk if you're keeping splits. Remember, switch back to your golden knife here. Don't forget that. When we come into this room, I'm going to show you this one more time. We already went through this Carmilla fight quite a bit already. But I'll show you this room one more time. Okay. But I want to show you if you don't, let's say you don't have enough hearts. We have plenty, but let's say you don't have enough hearts to do that. The method is this. If you get 8 hits in a cycle, that's plenty. That's a good cycle. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Didn't do the save state, I guess. I forgot. Nice dash jump. Those dash jumps save time and they're fun and they're safe too if you can get them. But yeah, never fight Carmilla from this side. Always go get the orb first, then come back. Unless you're playing glitchless. If you're playing glitchless, there is a use case in which fighting her from the left side is more appropriate. So here she decides to drop tears. We don't even get a first cycle. So you want to jump whip, and then forward jump whip, and then jump whip again. That's 8. That's plenty. You get 8 hits a cycle. That's great. Now you can get up to 12. Sometimes you don't need all 8. But just remember, you want to practice that. Practice that. It's just... That's it. That's all it is. And for glitchless, you're going to need that because you don't use the golden knife. So here she decides once again to start crying before we even get a cycle. We got 3 hits on her already. I only got 6 that time. Only got 5 that time. That's okay. One hit. There's 7. There's 8. So you need 16 hits. We got 1 initially, then we got a 7 cycle and an 8 cycle. Now, if you got plenty of hearts, you can use the golden knife here to neutralize these spiders in a fun way. Now, here's one thing I do. It's fun. Now, on your climb here, let's do an optimal climb. Watch how I don't kill anything. We just let the screen scroll up enough to put us in a position, and then we get here, we jump, and then that jump and bonk sets us up to do this. See that? And then we come up here and we get our oak stick. Okay, now this next section here is important. So we're going to set a save state. Once you buy the last oak stick, your life, health, whatever, doesn't matter. You can die. But obviously we don't want to die. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do this setup. There's a setup for a floor drop that we're doing right here. And we're going to drop down And watch what I do on these stairs. I'm going to do this a couple of times so you can see what I'm doing. What I'm touching the stairs for is to reset the subpixel, but if I have to do it in a certain sequence. As soon as I drop, it's an immediate right, up, right, left. Right, up, right, left. You'll see it. You'll see what it is, but it's, watch what it does. You're resetting. So as soon as you touch, right, go, and then you jump when you're straddled, and then you jump over top. That allows you to get up to here with a setup floor drop subpixel to do that with, which is so bitchin' and baller and pimp when you can pull it off. And you get to here, you got this jumpy guy. And then you go. Now we're exiting the mansion. We don't have to fight these guys because we don't need them. We can go. Which that's super sexy, but why did that work? Is the question. It works because you're resetting the 0 subpixel. You're setting the timing of that guy walking back and forth so that you can land on the front of the ledge and then jump over him. It's all one fluid motion. So it's drop, right, up the stairs, down, left, jump, and jump. And that sets up your subpixel here. And it's just a quick exit from there. This guy's a jumpy guy. And the knight kept backing up there, so that's going to take us a little extra time to kill that knight, but you don't need to kill these dudes. All right. Pretty simple. Let's try this again. So drop, right, up, down, left, jump, and jump. Floor drop. That was very sloppy. So right, up, down, left, straddle, jump, and then jump over. I'm going to try to use my golden knife strat here. Here we go. Then clean, jump over that guy. Jumpy guy once, and knight kept backing up. No need, and no need. One more time. Down, right, up, down, left, straddle and jump over the skelly, up, and immediate floor drop, which we missed. And then you can dispatch of this guy how you see fit. I think golden knife is probably the best way. Let's try it one more time. I like the golden knife on that guy if you can get it lined up right. That works fine. Okay, so generally speaking, though, when you get here, you're not always going to have this much health. Oftentimes, you've got way less health than this, like way less health than this, like this much health. Okay. Now, if you got this much health, you got 4 bars of health there. See those? You got 4 bars of health left. You got a fun decision to make. See, you can cross the swamp if you do it perfectly with 3 pips of health using your laurels. You can do it with no pips of health if you use 3 laurels, but our method is going to use 2 laurels to cross this swamp, which saves us 2 laurels for later. Okay, 2 laurels. So if you have 3 pips of health, you can cross that swamp with 2 laurels. Anything less than 3, and you need to take an intentional death before you go. Otherwise, you're going to die in the swamp and have to do it all over again. So, down, right, up, down, straddle, jump over the skelly. We have 4 pips of health right now. Let's try not to get hurt. Oh, we got hurt. So now we have 3. So if we take any damage now, we can't make it across. So we have to be very careful here if we want to try for this method. Because it's going to be super important for us. Okay, so we have 3. So this is going to command a completely different strategy in these next screens. So if you choose to take the death in Laruba before you come out and do this, it's going to have a totally different feel to it. Crossing the swamp will be the same either way. You're going to cross the swamp the same either way. It's what you do on the other side of the swamp that matters. We're not going to get into much detail on this right now. But I do want to show you what this crossing looks like with 3 pips of health. See if I can pull it off. Ideally, you would have more than 3, but 3 is what it is. So you select laurels, and then I'm going to do this, and I'll explain this in the next section of the video. This one's getting very long, but I'll explain all this one in the next section of the video. It's important where you do this jump, and then reset your laurel. And this may not look like that may not look like much right there, but that whole segment was very, very important to do exactly that way. So here I would take a death. Now, that's your last life, right? So now you have no hearts. Now we do have hearts. So if you have hearts, you can just throw the fucking knives like that, which we're going to do. And then here's the strats for the rest of this. So if you got knives, throw knives. Now, there are fancier ways to do it, which I'll get into later. I'll show you the many different ways to do it. But if you have, what if you have less than 2 health or less than 3 health coming out of here, you definitely want to take your game over before, take at least a death, depending on where you're at with your health count, but your life counter. But coming out of here, you'll make a decision, and we'll talk more about that in the next episode or the next segment here. But I think it's really important as you do this mansion, you keep in mind where your health and your lives are, because like I said, this is not a game that you can just repeat inputs. You have to think about this game all the time when you're playing it. You got to think, where's my heart count? Where's my experience count? How many lives do I have in the tank? How much health do I have? Can I do this next section with what I've got? And if the answer is no, you may want to rethink. So there's a lot of strategy involved, and we're talking through a lot of it. I know some of these videos, they probably seem way too long, and they probably are, some of them too long. But it's really important you guys understand the implications of all the decisions you make in this run, because it is a long run. You know, this is a 35-plus minute run, generally speaking. Unless you're Freeland or Billick right now. They're the only ones with 34s. But it's a 35-plus minute run. And the decisions you're making in this section right here, this is very important. Once you get that last oak stake, after that, it's just about execution, which we're going to get into in the next segment. But everything that we've done from the entry into Brahms until now has all been fluid. We've had to make lots of decisions, and you can make tons of decisions through this whole section on what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. But the important thing is that you know the repercussions of your actions and the counter actions that come when you make a decision that may make sense now, but may not in the future. So it's all part of the game. Anyway, I appreciate y'all very much for being here. Thanks for watching. This was a very, very long video. I apologize. Hopefully you got something from it. We'll see you on the next video. We're going to be going Laruba to Bodley in this next video. So stay tuned. Oh, and this next section is fun. There's so much fun stuff, so much cool tech, so much neat speedrunning timing stuff. This is probably my favorite section of the speedrun. When executed properly, it is dope. So come on back for that. Thanks for being here.